Hey guys, we're back again with our 36th podcast here at the Baddies headquarters. We have a lot of great stuff to talk about, a lot of interesting things in the news, and I'm here with I'm one of your hosts, Herbert,
Ronnie,
Jonathan,
Enrique.
And I think the most prevalent thing today I want to talk about is the vaccines and how it's a lot more I think eminent in this, like it's pushed now. Like it's a thing that you might have to get in order to like live in here and probably and do things now, right?
Well, yeah. Well, Biden just had his speech. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but he literally pushed upon saying, or he didn't push, but he's in his speech was saying that, hey, I want all Americans to get the vaccine, to be vaccinated. It is going to be available for 16 years and older, right? That's what they're saying. So he was just pushing it. Like, I don't know. So when I was hearing that, it made me feel like kind of like, is there something behind this, like, vaccine? Like, is it good? Is it bad? Like, because I know Enrique heard some podcasts, right? You heard a podcast on how the vaccine could be, it hasn't been tested, right? Well, it has been tested, but not.
What I heard, because, you should definitely get the vaccine, right? I think,
I did get the vaccine.
It does save lives. It will save lives. But I think the argument that I heard in the podcast was more related on, in general, a vaccine in general, the process of what you're supposed to do with the vaccine and how it's done and everything, and how right now we're just giving it out to literally all of America. So if there's anything wrong with this vaccine, you won't know until 30, 20 years later when the people that got it start showing symptoms. And since we don't know, it's scary because if we solve this pandemic, we might create a new one because now everybody has the same thing because we all got the same vaccine. Well, again, call it a conspiracy because, again, I'm not going to pretend like there's full science on this. You can do your own research. I'm sure there is because I've seen plenty of science on things. But I just found it interesting. It was an interesting podcast to hear that and be like, oh, I guess that's true. Because you don't know what kind of symptoms it'll come with.
Well, I know the vaccine, I know a lot of people are getting the Johnson & Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer, right? I know in this room right now, I know Ronnie got Moderna, right?
Yeah, I got Moderna.
I got Pfizer. Herbert, have you got it?
I'm waiting.
You're waiting? Are you going to get it?
If I have to get it, I'll get it. But it's not something I'm looking forward to. But I'll get it if I have to.
Well, it's funny because a lot of there's articles saying that more bosses want proof of your shot. They can't really make you get the vaccine, but I don't know. Like I feel like there's some bosses out there. Like your boss might tell you, hey, Herbert, are you gonna get it? Like you should get it. Like kind of like what is it called? It just remind you every day. So like you're like, oh, you know what? Like should I get it? Should I not? Like I'm in the middle. It's up to you though. At the end of the day, it's your body. Like, if you want to get it, you want to get it. If you don't want to get it, you shouldn't get it. But it kind of sucks, though, because I know that I've been saying this, and I love traveling, and I know we all love traveling in this room. I feel like in order for you to travel, you might have to show the proof of that of your card.
Like the CDC card?
Yeah, the CDC card, just so you don't have to do the test on the spot, So
to kind of piggyback on what he's saying, that's possible, and they're not forcing it on you because technically both the states and cities can mandate vaccines based on their legislative authority, which means they can force it on you, kind of like not drinking alcohol at work, even though it's legal. They have the right to tell you, we just don't want you drinking alcohol at work. So the same way they can do that at businesses or when you travel for, to save the country or job, they can tell you, we need you to have the vaccine in order to come into our country or our job place because we have our legislative authority and employers all have the right to do that.
Yeah, so like while some companies, they must take religious beliefs or medical condition into consideration. They're legally entitled to demand proof of vaccines as a condition of employment. So I don't know, man. It's kind of scary. Like, well, for some people.
Wait, first of all, that's the only vaccine, right? That they would have to. They're making people forced to get a job.
Which is why I'm telling you that, like,
that's weird.
You don't know what the vaccine has in it in the long run. Because I'm like, if you look at any science or any vaccine, there's supposed to be a lot of trial and error before it even becomes a vaccine. This vaccine specifically, we understand why, right? It's called a pandemic. It skipped a lot of steps really, really fast and got to human species very quickly. And we're all being the test subjects right now. Look, it did cure it. It has saved lives currently right now. That's the immediate repercussion of these vaccines. We don't know what the long-term or even short-term, maybe even a year from now or 6 months from now, you're going to see some effects. Again, scientists say that it's going to be clean, and I trust it will. I have full faith that everything's going to be completely fine. But the idea of it not being is kind of, I guess, scary if you ask me, because things can escalate really quickly for everyone you love, But again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I just think it's like a little fun fact. A little conspiracy theory, I guess you could say. But
so you guys want to get the vaccine? Just get it, because I got it. Jonathan got it.
I haven't gotten mine, but I do plan on getting it in the next week.
And I know Ronnie got it, so just get it. And not only that, I saw that
we might hand vaccines out with the stickers, right?
Yeah.
On our next hike, just be ready to.
Yeah, if you
right arm exposed.
actually, in our next hike, if you want to come help us clean up, you better have your vaccine card, and we want to see the CDC card. If you don't have it laminated, you're not coming. Even if you have it, you have to have it laminated.
Just please don't ask for our legislative authority because we do not have it, but we do require you to be vaccinated anyways.
But talking about laminating your vaccine or your CDC card, you could go to FedEx or any of the Staples, and you can ask them if they could laminate it, and they do it for free. So it's pretty cool.
We're also selling like CDC cards, aren't we?
Yeah, on the side, we got to make that budget for the baddies.
A little side hustle. Hit us up.
Hey, we got to buy those trash bags that we've been doing cleanups. But we'll talk about the cleanup that we did recently. It was a good turnout. But going back to the vaccines, I know that if you're vaccinated, the CDC said that you don't have to wear a mask when you're working out. But how do I know that, like, Herbert, you're not vaccinated, but how do I know if I'm at the gym that if you don't have your mask, like, do you have to, like, carry your card around? Like, do you have to put it, like, the FBI or, like in front of you?
Like a badge?
Like a badge? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you just whip it out. Show me
your vaccine.
Show me the
card.
Yeah, whip it. Yeah, no, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Was CDC card?
Well, okay,
I mean, if it was smaller, like wallet size, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like a big card. I mean...
Oh my God.
It's like an index card. I feel like I'm studying for anatomy, bro. Like, dude, hey, I'm going to show you my anatomy card. You know what I mean? But, I know that... Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. I had COVID, I don't know, when was it? Thanksgiving or something like that. And I was scared to get the vaccine, the second shot, because I heard that the second shot of Pfizer, that's when it's kind of like...
When
it
you
just hits
when you feel the initial symptoms of it.
harder,
or
right?
something like that. But I ended up no, dude, I just got sore again. But so I got lucky. So I know that other people out there do say that they get sick or they say they can't or they get headaches. I know you got a headache or some stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel like a hangover. I heard that you feel like you have a hangover. Kid you not?
Yeah, I just felt down for the day. I was like, ugh. Like, I don't
Did you
know.
get the day off?
No, I still went in.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I didn't feel, like, super bad or anything. But, yeah, I just had, like, a little headache, and I was just like, eh. But the next day, I was fine. It was just for one day.
See, yeah, we'll see. But it's up to you guys if you guys want to get it. I mean, we're not telling you not to get it or to get it. It's up to you guys. It's your decision, your body, like I said.
We are not medical advisors, so please, we're just trying to educate you on different sides of the story, and like you're saying, I mean... But
your president, Biden, does want you to get it. Just telling you that out there. If you look at the speech...
Biden doesn't even know where he's at half the time.
Actually, I was listening to the speech, right? And I wanted to, like... He didn't stumble. Oh, the time that I was like listening to him, he didn't stumble.
Oh, because they recorded his voice beforehand, like when Britney Spears used to sing without with the voiceover, and like
she still does.
You can see the lips moving, and like she's not even following her own lyrics. I'm like, that's what happened. He was just talking without actually talking.
But so the vaccine. So let's move forward with another topic. We'll talk about the cleanup. I know that I was not there and Herbert was not there for the cleanup that we had with We Explore Earth. Will, thank you, Will, for inviting us, and Base Who Elevate. Who else? Just Trek. They were there. The Outlaw Hikers were there.
Was ISIS?
ISIS was not there. Biden wasn't there. We always try to hit him up to come to these events, but I guess
that fool doesn't answer. I think he doesn't pay his phone, dude. It always goes straight to voicemail.
Yeah, but can you? So real quick, can you guys recap on this cleanup that you guys did? It was you guys could say it,
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, so this cleanup was at the LA River.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, even just showing up there, like, we had a great turnout, just like the previous event too at Bridge to Nowhere. There was, I don't know, easily like 30 plus people. Everyone like kind of spread into little groups, like cleaning the river. And dude, I was surprised on like how much stuff was like stuck in that river, man.
It was
like
crazy, dude.
Yeah, like, I don't know, we counted maybe like 6 shopping carts, like...
And that's just what we successfully got out. It was crazy, dude.
I'm surprised we didn't find a body there, man.
No, honestly, I found the glove once, or one time, and it was sticking out, and I thought, honestly, we laughed about it, like, oh, look, it could be a hand, but then it kind of got like, it could be a hand, you know what I mean? Like, it very literally could be a hand.
Crazy.
But it was crazy. We honestly did, like, let's just say, like, a 50 feet, like, little perimeter of where we were cleaning. Basically nothing of what the river is, and we got so much trash, and so it just gives perspective on how much more trash that river has. I guess to give you a little more context, the river. I think it goes from the Simi Hills and Santa Susana Mountains, and it's nearly 51 miles from Canoga Park, and it goes through the San Fernando Valley, downtown Los Angeles. So its mouth is in Long Beach. So it's a big, big river. It's not like full of water like it used to be, but it's a big river in Los Angeles. So crazy to think about it.
I know that you said it's not as it used to be. I know that this year actually we're looking at like the third driest year, like in a drought. So we are in a drought, guys. So please don't take showers, long showers. Clean yourself real quick, or maybe take I know Herbert used to take buddy showers, huh? Herbert used to take buddy showers.
You shower with people?
Yeah. What's the buddy shower?
Save water.
Buddy, like a buddy system.
Oh yeah, that was with my priest. It was kind of
Stop.
it was kind of
No, but all right. So going back with so save water, guys. But going back with the river, I know Ronnie and Enrique were there, right? So I seen a video that there was like these type of animals or creatures, from the sea. Like, did you guys see any like crabs or crabs?
I think somebody actually picked up like crawfish. That were
crawfish. We were talking about it because obviously during the cleaning we started talking about biology and science and a bunch of other stuff, and like so some of these people that are a little more invested in these topics were kind of educating us a little bit on the animals that were there, the plants that are there, the animals that have, or I guess plants in general that have died there, and the new animals and environment that is living there, and how the city's trying to do a lot of crazy stuff, and it was super interesting. But there's a lot of little insects and animals there that you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I was like, okay, first of all, like I've never been to like
I didn't even know
river
that
at all.
existed.
Like,
I've lived here my whole life and I didn't even know we had a river.
I didn't know there was a river there,
51 miles long.
Crazy.
Wait, is that the same river that we take to go bike riding?
There was a bike trail.
Is that a river or is that just the sewers or what do they call them?
I think that's where we go bike riding. I think you take a bike ride, or I think if you go riding to Santa Monica or that area, like LA,
like a little further south. I mean, there was a bike trail there, so I'm gonna say yes.
Actually, we were right next to a bike trail, the one we were on, but it wasn't the one we took to the beach.
Was there any homeless that was like there? Were you guys taking their homes and stuff?
Yeah, when we pulled out one of the cars, I think there was a guy in it, but we didn't wake him up. We just left him there.
No, actually, yeah, I was kind of expecting to see maybe a few homeless, but I didn't really see any. I don't know, maybe they were somewhere else.
It's 51 miles, so that part blows my mind.
If you saw one, would you give him a sticker?
51 miles.
I would have given him a sticker. Okay,
see, I know.
Sticker.
Oh.
Hickey, maybe. I mean, it's piece of
See,
love.
so the Los Angeles River would include common carp, largemouth bass, tilapia, green sunfish, Amazon self-fin catfish, bluegill, black bullhead, and crayfish, and mosquito fish. So there's all these animals. So I know that you guys are doing a good thing, cleaning up. I know I did. I'm going to point this out. I heard that you guys were late, dude. Ronnie and...
We were not late?
I heard...
He had a sec... Okay, when you do a hike, you start in the beginning because there's a process and there's an end time. So that's what our last hiking event, so with Bungee America, thank you for sponsoring us. It had a start time, and if you got there late, you would not be where everybody's at. So that was a different kind of cleanup. This cleanup is in a specific place in the same 30 little feet radius. So we didn't go far. The point was to clean up as much as you can. So we appreciate the people that were there, not the full amount of time. Thank you for coming, even if you were there for 30 minutes or an hour. Any help was beautiful. We did a big impact there. So we weren't late. We only had time for an hour, but we loved the fact that we were. Me and Ronnie made time for it, and we loved the fact that we were there. So
true. In other words, we were late.
We were late.
Hold up.
But okay, the time we were there that we put in work.
I heard about that.
We put in I don't know. We took so much shit out. I can't even tell you. Did we probably eat
I was sweating a lot.
like a sixth of whatever trash that was? It was just me and Enrique pushing for the hour that we were there. We're just dude. Okay, we found what was it, this giant carp, right?
Carpet, yeah.
We had to dig it out. We were freaking at it for I don't know.
I was sweating
30 minutes.
When
right?
I say sweating, I don't mean like my forehead was shiny. I mean I was dripping sweat from my nose and chin, and my eyebrows were couldn't even see.
Yeah,
I was sweating.
So we had to make a makeshift shovel out of this piece of wood that we found. So Enrique was freaking digging at it. I was pushing at it. Once we got it out, I was like, hey man, I know we just want to take this one thing, but I was like, we can just drag it with all this other shit that we found. Just stack it on top, and we're like, dude, that's fucking great.
So let's point out the fact that he said that though, because that's how much trash was there. That even when we were done, there was still so much more trash left that we were like, okay, let's take as much as we can because there's still so much more left.
Yeah.
So we did that exactly.
Yeah, even stuff that was left over by other little groups because their bags ripped because it was so heavy. Me and Enrique were like, hey man, honestly, let's just stack this on top of this and we'll drag it.
Yeah.
We had to drag it maybe like 100 feet, but dude, it took so much strength just to pull that thing, bro. But once we got to the end, and everybody was waiting for us because we were the last ones, like dragging this cart with like 5 bags on top of it.
Wait, was it a car or was it the magic cart?
It was like a cage.
It was like
it was both.
It was like a beat up cage that was like half broken, like the wheels were falling out. But yeah, that's why we had to like drag it out. And there were no wheels on it, you know. So we were like dragging this like 200-pound like car full of trash.
You know who you should have called? You should have called my cousin Caesar. He should have welded you some wheels right there while you had it.
Man.
Oh, for sure, because we only had the time.
No, but. Yeah, at least, you guys met a lot of cool people, though. I'm happy.
Yeah, a bunch of different groups. Happy to meet you guys out there.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't even think that the cleanup was a highlight. I think afterwards, when everyone, like, was hanging out, there was this little cafe off to the side, which...
What's the name?
They served beer.
Bicycle or cycle?
Spoke Bicycle Cafe,
yeah, something
I think.
like that. Spoke Cycle.
But yeah, I mean, they had food. I thought it was only like a coffee shop type of thing, but they had beer, they had food, and I was like, hey, man. So everyone stuck around for a good while after that, and we met a lot of cool people after that. And I feel like, honestly, for me, like, that was the highlight of my day, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I think for me, it was both things, but definitely after, like, it wasn't expected, because I had literally planned to go home immediately after the hike.
Yeah.
And me and Ronnie stayed for a bit, and honestly, we were talking about it, and we're like, oh, we're probably going to leave right now anyway, so, like, should we get food? And me and Ronnie were like, nah, let's not get food. But we stayed there long enough, and at some point we were like, fuck, we should have got food.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, the food was great, the beer was great, the beer was really good, too. And just the conversations we had were beautiful, so I thought it was really fun.
Oh, yeah. A couple IPAs and some good people, good conversations.
What we did messed up is, I know we did a raffle, and I know 3 people won, right? Was it 3 people?
No, there was a bunch of
we had a lot of stuff to give out.
Okay.
And by we, I mean the guys that sponsored it. Thank you guys, we explored it.
We did put 3 baddies straight out there. So.
Yeah, we were sponsoring their event, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of stuff to give away. They had a couple gift bags, a bunch of shirts. There was a lot going on. But
yeah, and I know that we did not have stickers for the new people that we met, but we'll get you stickers out there. Don't worry about that. We got you next cleanup. If you see us, hit us up. Man, I wish I was there, to be honest. I saw the videos. I saw everything. I know Herbert, you don't even see the videos, huh?
I'm just not a big fan of long-form content videos, to be honest. But when is the next cleanup?
Soon.
Good question.
You guys clean up all the trails?
There should be coming up. There should be one coming up soon.
Well, Will did talk about that in the last.
Why don't we try to clean up our inner cities next?
We very well could. Actually, I was talking to Will about it. But
really?
This could be like a project that's in the works, and I won't get too much into the details of it. But the idea was kind of more to network. If we're going to be like a fitness group we're a fitness group that's cleaning up nature as well, kind of like, do some things at once. We don't have to focus on only fitness people and hikers. There's a bunch of groups out there that are kind of more just go green or clean the city, do this. We work with them, sponsor, and move out from there.
Yeah. What about we do something like, remember we did volunteering in high school? I think a good thing to do is reach out to like the younger kids.
What, Think Together?
No, not that fucking Think Together. Not those bastards who just had cheap-ass Capri Suns. I couldn't get more than one. I was a fat kid. I'm already getting... I wanted more snacks than they give out snacks. But I'm saying, like, I'm serious. Like, we usually volunteer women in high school. Like,
like a little community service. I mean, it's cool. Honestly, like...
But no,
I think it's just like working out. Like it takes a lot for you to get there, but once you get there and once you're done, like it feels good.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen a lot of people that hit us up on the DM, that are new, that they want to help out, and we are going to keep you guys in the loop. And it just at the end of the day, I've seen some other comments that it just feels good to do it. Like I don't know, like I love hiking, I love like doing exercising, but when you're doing something good for Earth or taking care of Earth, like it just feels awesome.
I mean, at the very least, have some pride in where you live. You know what I mean? I'm not saying rep the city like you're a gangster. All due respect to you gangsters out there, but I mean, like I feel like if you're gonna live in this city, like I know we're not gonna change the world with what we're doing, but like he's saying, it does feel good to like do something small that like. I mean, I'm telling you, I didn't even know LA had a river, and I've lived here my entire life. So like, it really felt good to clean this river, to know it exists, to talk to all these great people, like just all in general. Like it was a feel good day because a lot of things were happening that day.
Amen. A lot of good things were happening that day.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't there, but I felt the vibes from far away.
What were you doing?
You were there in spirit. Actually, let's talk about that. Where were you, John?
What were you doing? I was in Vegas, and I would not recommend people to go to Vegas because, first off, traffic. Traffic sucks.
So why were you there?
Just to visit, to be honest.
Well, yeah. What do you do with
Were you
Vegas? I mean,
vaccinated?
who visits Vegas just to visit?
I did not gamble, guys. Because if I do gamble, then the Baddies account will for sure go negative.
Bro, we got like 50 cents in our account. You can't gamble that. Go to the penny.
Well,
penny slots.
Penny slots. No, I did not gamble, but yeah, I was in Vegas. I did. I took a little 1 day off, I guess you want to say it. But next cleanup, I'll for sure be there, man, and I'll be there early. All right, guys, I'll be there early.
Oh, shit.
30 minutes early or whatever.
Well, you better put out then. If you're going to be there early, I expect the same work that me and Ronnie did, tripled. If we were there 1 hour and you're there for 3, you better.
Herbert, you got that?
When Jonathan puts out, he puts out. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
well, when I put out, I put out too. So we'll compete next time. See what we're talking about, guys? It's fun. Come through. Have fun in the next
you know
event.
what? Next event, whoever gets picks up the most trash.
We're gonna give him a COVID shot.
Can we do a
We're gonna give him a
cleanup?
vaccine.
Can we do a cleanup in Vegas?
Yes.
Oh, I
guys.
heard there's like these buildings that we can clean up. Maybe there's dollar bills in the bottom. We clean up those.
No. Okay, you guys all been to Vegas, right? Let's be real. We've
Yes,
all been to Vegas. You're driving in the desert or in the middle of nowhere, passing like Barstow and all those cities.
Okay.
And you know when you hit traffic, you're driving slow, right? Because fucking 5 miles an hour, stop and go. Or when there's an accident, right? Next time, pay attention to how much trash is in the freaking side of the road. I kid you not. It's fucking sad.
Really?
I see, dude, you see everything from fucking bottles to cans to fucking dude.
To needles.
Well, I don't know about needles, but
Yeah.
but you see a lot of trash, man. Like it's sad. Like I was like a fucking like I was like a dog, like kind of looking over, like you know, outside just messing around.
You know, I never
sad.
get that because the people who just throw trash out like that, they don't care about what's like they're surrounded. They just don't. They're selfish. Like I don't. In my head, I never in my car. If I have trash, I'll wait till I get to a trash can. I don't just throw it out like a hooligan.
Well, don't you feel good when you like throw it away where it was supposed to go? Like
Well, yeah.
Like I carried this trash around, like you know.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, like every time like I'm in a store or whatever, like
The cart.
no. If I'm carrying something, I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't need that, but I go back and put it where it was.
Yes, yeah.
But I hear the same thing from people. It's like, hey, but like just leave it there. Like the
Doesn't
people
matter.
that work here is their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
That's kind of messed up.
And I'm like, I don't know. It just feels weird for me, and I have to go and put it back where it came from.
So what you're
That's
talking
just me.
about is
That's just
actually
me.
an experiment that's been conducted, and I think in economics class, I think it was, or it's one of the fields about like reason like that, where like it's the ultimate challenge to see what kind of person you are. And they say, are you the person that after you go shopping, you take your cart back to where you're supposed to take it, or do you just leave it anywhere in the street? And depending on what you do, determines the kind of person you are. Again, it's one of these little tests that I guess I don't know how true it is. Personality test, let's call it. But I mean, like that little behavior, because again, that's no one's judging. You're on your own, so it's a perfect situation to know if you are good by heart, or if you are good, or if you just don't care about it. Because again, if you're with your friends or with family, then maybe you'll take it back because someone's looking at you. But when you're alone in the store, no one that you know is looking at you, or even anyone in general, will you take the cart back?
That is true. So okay, going back to it, like. Are the people like throwing trash away? Are they just saying like, "Oh, like somebody will pick it up"?
Yeah, but it's not about like it's somebody else's job. It's your job to be a decent human being. That's the bottom line of everything.
Bottom line, bro. I agree.
That's the bottom line.
Dude, okay. There's different stories though too. Like, let's say, you know, but this is just like a random fucking scene. Let's say like we're all driving, you know, 4 guys in a fucking car.
Oh, I like this where the story begins.
We're all driving. We're drinking. Baddies don't drink and drive. We never drink, whatever. But I'm just telling you.
Protein
We're
shake.
drinking, no alcohol, you know.
Okay.
and you know, you see a police far away and with the lights on, and then someone in the car, I don't know, I'm not gonna say any names, panics and fucking throws a bottle out. Right? So there's always there's some like scenarios maybe people throw it out because they don't want to carry it and get busted or in trouble. Okay. I'm not saying that's okay or that.
Well, those are hypothetical situations that don't. I mean, come on. First of all, you're not even supposed to be drinking in the car.
That argument though isn't valid because again, the amount of times that happens compared to the other thing, I guess what you're trying to come down to or what you're thinking about is. What exactly that? Just the difference between throwing it away with a different reason and throwing it away with malicious intent? Because if I'm being honest, at some point, I threw trash out. Like when I was in high school, I wasn't really thinking about it like that. Trust me, I still cared about Earth and everything. But again, in those moments when you're alone, not in front of a girl trying to impress her, alone, I'll be driving out, throw something out the window, like, and I'll think about, I'll be conscious about that moment. I'll be like, fuck, I just did that. Just throwing out a piece of trash.
What did you throw out?
I don't know. I'm talking about an example. I've done at some point.
Once you guys do something like that, do you guys ever feel like, oh, this is going to come back to bite me?
Guilty, yes. That's exactly what I feel. And trust, and I would do it repeatedly. But then at some point, I educated myself because, again, like you're saying, it's about being a decent human being. I can add on to that in the sense that I also believe that besides being decent, I think everyone needs to start learning more often in anything in general. Like whatever you have, hobby, learn into it though, like dig into it. Keep your mind active and learning and growing, because that happened to me as I was maturing and growing, and I realized, you know what? I don't want to be that guy throwing trash out his window. I want to make it different. I just don't want to be this person. I got educated and I learned and I changed.
Well, or if you're reading a book and we can say educate yourself, throw it out the window. You don't need that book in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, no, but
it's biodegradable too.
biodegradable. See, I was thinking about like there's some places like let's say in the parking lot, Walmart parking lot. I have friends that clean up. They have street sweepers for like business. You guys probably know them, but I'm not gonna say names. But that's their business, so they clean up. Like they get paid to do that, right, with the trucks. So I was thinking about it because should I start cleaning up like everywhere I go, right? Should I take a trash bag with me? But I was like, no, let me focus more on the trails or places where no one goes there with the truck and cleans. There's no street sweepers that are freaking hike. There's no street sweepers that at these places. So that's where we got to take care of our place.
Which kind of begs the argument of the complete opposite of what we're talking about, in the sense of like some people throw out the trash out the window, and we at the same time you don't want to be that guy, but at the same time you cannot be someone that dedicates your entire life to cleaning, which is what he's saying.
True.
So at the end of the day, we're still human. Trust me, I understand that. You have a job, you have this. Maybe you don't have time to come to these events and help us. Look, I agree with that. Everyone's adulting, but I mean, in your own way, shape, or form, whatever your life revolves around, be good in that. Do good in that. If your life revolves around an office, pick up trash in that office. Get people around there to do it with you, type of stuff. Like whatever your life consists of, do good in that atmosphere. Because like you're saying, you cannot save the world, but you got to start somewhere.
And also, there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of like this. You see when you're hiking, you see rocks. You see this like nature. You see trees. Like, please do not carve your freaking
vandalize
vandalize or carve your name or whatever you want to carve, J+J or whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. Don't do that in trees, or don't vandalize the rocks. Dude,
what if they tag LA Baddies?
No, don't.
What if they put our Insta handle?
No, don't do that, please.
You'll be excused one free Insta handle on every tree you put on.
No, don't do that. But no, you know what I mean. Like it's crazy how there's a company. Well, we bought. What was it called? The spray that we bought? Goose off.
No,
Goof off. Goose off. So we bought it at Home Depot, and it was like $8. But dude, that thing works wonders. So whoever has to remove graffiti or whoever wants to remove graffiti, we still have it. We still have like half of it, of the bottles. You guys should buy some and help us out, man. I've seen a lot of groups out there. There's that they're finally not finally, but we're finally coming together and cleaning as a whole. Which in the beginning, Eric, you were saying that. Yeah, we might not make a difference, but if we bring more and more, like the hiking community or others like that, we run,
influence. Honestly, your existence influences people around you, which is what I'm getting at. If you work in an LA building that's that has graffiti on the side of the buildings or whatever,
tattoos.
Like, can't you work with the people in that same building you work with? So when you go to work every day, you're not looking at a nasty building that's written on with a bunch of writing. Wouldn't it be cool if you get a couple, 2, 3 co-workers and clean that part with you? You'll probably get recognized from your manager. The business will probably. I'm not saying you're doing it for the fame, but I'm saying that it stands out that much to do something so simple. Literally like 30 minutes out of your time, almost nothing. With 3 friends, probably even 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And honestly, you're gonna motivate the people in that same workplace. And trust me, like just the atmosphere you bring but like Herbert said, just be good, do good.
Dude, good
it's
vibes.
Crazy.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Honestly, it's a vibe. People can feel it, and it grows. It gets catching.
Yeah.
And I hope when you guys listen to this our podcast, like you guys feel good vibes. You know what I mean, right, Herbert?
Oh, I love good vibes.
Yeah, man. Actually, I just want to say one thing. I remember back in high school, we went camping. Herbert, you were there actually too. But I remember one a saying that this guy said, and he's like, when we were like ready to go or whatever, he's like, hey guys, like honestly, we need to clean up from whatever mess that we made, but also do a little more too, like clean up your own mess, but also clean up like
around
the area too, like do a little like extra, while you're already at it.
Yeah.
It's the kind of mentality we kind of gave to people when we were hiking and cleaning, because they're like, wow, you guys, that's really cool. Thanks for cleaning up, but like you motivated me to clean. Next time I come, I'm gonna get a trash bag and pick it up myself.
Yeah.
Like if people pick up on that, so I'm telling you, like Ronnie just said it right now. Like people would just kind of like.
It's a kind of the same, but monkey see, monkey do. I mean, let's be honest.
Yes.
No,
People, I mean, once you see, you kind of follow your environment.
Because you see how
And
easy it
it's
is to do
honest,
good. Because people try to like, in their mind,
They know it's good.
they feel like they have to
Yeah.
save the world in order to do good. Like picking up one trash, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So there's no point to pick it up. But it's like, no. Pick up that little piece of trash. It's going to change your life. It might not change the world, but your life and the people around you are going to start changing with that action of you picking up the trash.
Well, not only that, isn't it changed also the Baddies?
Make sure you tag us every time you
I'm just saying, imagine.
No, yeah.
No, but yeah, just pick up trash, and I know that we're gonna be hitting our 800 followers. So I think we're gonna do a little giveaway. We'll talk about it here in the Baddie headquarters. What kind of giveaway we want to do, but stay tuned because we're coming for you guys, and we love you guys, every single one of you.
Leave comments, guys. Talk to us. What do you want to hear?
Yeah, talk to us. What do you guys want to hear? Like, you guys want to talk more about political, more hiking, fitness?
I mean, are we wrong? Educate us. We're completely open-minded. We don't get hurt with anything. If you're right, you're right.
Yeah, do you guys want to know more about like each of us, like Herbert?
Yeah, you want autobiographies? We can rent out Herbert if you want. But like,
Let us
talk
know.
to us.
Let us know.
I've always wanted to get rented out. I've honestly, one of my fantasies to get used. I mean, toss around, used, burnt.
That's
Actually,
I'm not kidding.
just to end
I
it
want to
with,
be a rubber band.
just to end it with this, guys. I'm gonna put Herbert out there, but Herbert does stand-up comedy. So if you guys throwing a party or something like that, and you guys have alcohol involved, and you want to have a good laugh.
only with alcohol involved.
Yeah, only with alcohol involved.
hit up my boy Herbert.
Hit up Herbert, and we'll be there. We'll be there, his little
support you.
cheerleaders. Yeah. But thank you guys for listening. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff coming on. Get vaccinated. Don't get vaccinated. It's up to you. And make sure to follow up on the cleanups. Cleanups are going to be a big part of the Baddies here.
Every couple months, hopefully.
Every quarter or whatever. But we're going to have like some good cleanups, and stay tuned because we're still going to be doing some hikes. And if you see us in trails, say what's up, and we'll say hi back. Just make sure that you just don't make it like. Just don't get weird. Just say what's up.
Hug us, kiss us, like
Don't kiss us. Just say hi, please. And that's it. That's all we ask for you guys. And we'll give you guys stickers. Stickers are coming through. And don't forget, 800 followers. We're gonna make do a giveaway, and you will see it on Instagram. So follow us up on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube.
Peace out, guys.
All right, guys, take it easy.